the wedding of the ages, the pomp and pageantry, the bride's beautiful dress, the groom looking so handsome. The wedding, you know, really was the easy part. It's the marriage where the hard work really begins. And, you know, some newlyweds have no idea what to do next. We're here with some timely wife-saving advice. MyAtlantaMom.com blogger and author Lorraine Robertson. Good morning. How are you? Okay, you and I were talking about the wedding watching and how pretty it is. And you, as a wife now, you know that once all the guests are gone and it's just you and your husband now, and you got to start from there.
It's a lot. It can be very overwhelming, and I think people don't realize that that happens. You know, they build up to this big day, and then it's gone. You know, and it's beautiful, and weddings are great. I love a good wedding, and this wedding was fabulous. Yes. But, you know, it's really about the marriage and what happens after. And
you can speak from experience. You have written a book about it. You really know that there just comes that moment where, what is going on right now?
Exactly, and that's why I wrote the book. Because I really felt that way. I felt like, help, I'm a newlywed. You know, what do I do now? And I was very happy. I love my husband. It's been 12 years now, and I never doubted it. But while I was happy, I was also overwhelmed. You know, a little scared and not really, I didn't know what to do, and I felt like people don't really address that.
Right.
You know, not like when you have a baby and they, you know, now they finally hip you to what happens when you have a baby, but nobody really tells the bride.
Okay, so we're going to tell the bride today, and really in some cases the groom, because they still have the same emotions.
They go through it too.
And so for all the newlyweds who've leaned in closer now going, what do we do now? First thing is, don't panic.
Absolutely.
You agree. You say, just don't panic.
No, you can't panic. You just have to take a deep breath and, you know, understand that you married your husband because you love him and you respect him, and, you know, you all will work it out together. You know, it's a partnership, and it's very, very normal to be scared and to have some overwhelming feelings.
Now, once you get married, I know a lot of couples think, now my life is going to change, everything, all the roses are going to bloom a little brighter. The expectations get so big after the wedding, and you're saying, no, just keep it on a even keel.
I say don't expect too much, and what I mean is that people come into a relationship with preconceived notions, and you have to talk about them. You know, or there could be a lot of problems, and you also have to realize just because you talk about them or tell somebody your expectations, it doesn't mean they're going to happen and happen that way. So you have to work through those together.
And work together.
Definitely.
And there's a line, for better, for worse. You really have to listen to that, because there's going to be, in some cases, a lot more worse than better, hopefully a lot of better than worse.
Absolutely.
But remember that.
Absolutely. And you always want to, when things are for worse, you want to make sure that you are fighting fair. That's something that is really important. Your husband is definitely somebody that you don't want to hit below the belt. You know, you should really take care of your spouse. Don't make any major life-altering decisions while you're still kind of going through those newlywed
honeymoon
jitters.
phase, right?
Yeah, you don't want to do that. And you don't have all the answers, and that's okay. You know, you're not expected to. It's a marriage, and it's a lifelong commitment, and it takes a while.
We have heard over and over again, communicate. And even though we hear it a lot of people go poo-poo it, but listening to each other is huge. Yeah.
It's huge, yes. And there's two pitfalls that I refer to, and one is the yes dear syndrome, right? And when you just, yes honey, yes, and half the time you don't even know what you're saying yes to, which is dangerous in itself. And then the other thing is you have to listen to what the person is saying to you, because often we hear what we want to hear. And, you know, that won't work in a marriage. You have to learn how to communicate really well.
Well, let's hope William and Kate are watching. I'm sure they are watching Good Day from across the pond. But listen, you can join the discussion on marriage, family, kids, and all sorts of things with our bloggers, our mommy bloggers, at myatlantamoms.com. Log on, share your thoughts on this one with all of the other moms and newlyweds out there. I'm sure they will appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you, Lorraine. We appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
Still ahead on Good Day Atlanta, we are celebrating